All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Valentis Business Review for tonight. I have the honor of being your presenter. My name is Marcus Brigham. I'm here out of the beautiful Mile High city of Denver, Colorado, and I'm tremendously jazzed up about this opportunity, y'all. I have to be honest with you. I have been sending out coffee samples to people all over the United States. I've been stopping people in the grocery lines and everything, handing out samples with my card. You all, I'm excited about this coffee. I really, really am. I really believe that over the next 20 minutes, and I'm going to share some powerful information with all of you. My only request is right now, any distractions that you have, whether it be your cell phones, whether it be your television, anything that can pull you away from this information or at least distract you from receiving the information, I want you to definitely just minimize that right now, because I'm telling you, you all, what we have here in front of us is absolutely huge. You're getting ready to learn about a product that we call Slim Roast that's changing people's lives everywhere. You all, I've been on this product for the last 3 weeks. I have lost about 6 pounds total. And let me just tell you, the inches have been the biggest thing for me. I've got a couple suits that I've been trying to get into, and I finally was able to get my fat butt in these suits again. So I'm excited about this, you all. Honestly, you all, this has been just golden. It's such an easy product to share with people. But my Valentis story, you all, is much like this. Literally, I was not looking for anything at this particular time. I've been in the industry for a very long time. And to be honest with you, I do different assignments from here, from different companies, more from a consulting standpoint. But this got me off the sideline. I have to be honest with you all. I wasn't looking for anything, but I got on this product, had my first cup of coffee about 3 weeks ago, right around 7 a.m., just like I always have a cup of coffee. But it was different this morning, because what ended up happening, about 7 to 8 minutes after drinking that cup of coffee, or into drinking that cup of coffee, I noticed I had more energy, more mental focus, more mental clarity. In fact, you all, I grabbed my tennis shoes, I jumped in the car, and I headed down to the gym. And after about 90 minutes intense workout, you all, I felt just amazing. Full body workout, hit the treadmill hard. And the thing that was awesome was my energy level was still high. I got home, worked on a few things, and right around 11 o'clock, like clockwork, my body said it's time to grab something to eat. But that particular day was different, you all, because it was about 11:30 and I had not had anything to eat. In fact, I forced myself to eat a banana, and I remember picking up the phone immediately, calling my business partner and saying to he and Jordan, I said, look, man, I said, Dave, I don't know what in the world is in this coffee, but I said, here's my experience. And I shared with him the same thing I just shared with all of you. And you all, I did not eat my first meal till about 5:30 that evening. And I knew that if this product worked on me, then I figured there's got to be more testimonials out there. And sure enough, I linked up with Dave via the phone, and he said, Marcus, head over to bestweightlosscoffee.com and call me back. You all, see, I called him back probably about 25 minutes later, because I was blown away. Story after story, after story after story, photos after photos of people's before and after pictures. And we all know that old line, facts tell but stories sell, or documentation beats conversation. Well, that was documentation for me to physically see how people's lives had been altered. And it just made sense, to think about what we actually have here with Valentis. So, you all, I'm excited about this opportunity. And I'm going to share with you really why Valentis should be your next business move. Okay. Number one thing, you all, you can work this business part-time. Why? Because we're connected to the internet. The home-based business world allows people to capitalize on what I call the power of part-time. There are so many part-time stories in this company. I'm talking about part-time as far as what they're doing with the actual time, but making full-time income. So you can't beat that at all. And then also, too, more importantly, health and wellness and coffee teamed up together. When I first saw coffee and weight loss teamed up, I said, there's absolutely no way that this can work. And let me just tell you, this is big business. When you start to think about the fact that coffee is the second most traded commodity in the world. If you stand in line, you all, 8 out of 10 people drink coffee, but 10 out of 10 know people that drink coffee, okay? Any entrepreneur, any business-minded person understands how huge timing is. When you look at North America, it's the #1 coffee consuming market in the entire world. You all, well over 500 million cups of coffee are consumed right here in the United States every single day. But this is when I started to put my business cap on. I started to think like the big boys and big ladies out there in the world of business. And here's what I mean by that. We've watched a lot of powerful companies that have completely gone back to the table and to the drawing board and revamped their entire brands and layouts so that they can participate in the coffee space. The most powerful brand that most of us know is probably McCafe. We watched the commercials from Ronald McDonald and the Hamburglar guy running around the park and chasing each other and being more the kids feel. So now when you walk into a McDonald's, if I was to strip down that McDonald's logo, many times you wouldn't even know if you were at a McDonald's. You would think you're at a coffee shop. Got jazz music playing in the background, low-hanging chandeliers, and you've got these HD beautiful TVs now in there. And then it just has the take of a coffee feel to it. But why is that? And here's why. McDonald's learned that, hey, I can take 7 cents of raw material and flip it and profit 15 bucks. So they realized that they were no longer in the hamburger business. They realized they were no longer in those delicious milkshake businesses. They realized that the apple pies, the salads, and all that thing, you know that old saying, the McD. I used to know how to say it. What is that? A Big Mac, McDLT, a quarter pounder with some cheese filet, a fish, a hamburger, a cheeseburger, a Happy Meal, golden nuggets, tasty fries, off regular, larger size. Y'all, I'm not going to say the whole thing, but when I was younger, that was McDonald's as we knew. It was a kid-friendly thing. So we used to know the whole menu because that was a commercial, you know. But it's changed now. Everything is people holding up a cup of coffee, iced coffee, whether it's sweating. That is the thing of the day, you all. So we watched McCafe, and soon enough we saw Dunkin' Donuts change its complete layout, you all. If you look at a Dunkin' Donuts right now, it has a coffee on the logo and it removed the actual donut. Why? Because Dunkin' Donuts also wants a piece of that coffee empire. Subway, you all, now opens up earlier, and trust me, they're not there to make you a foot-long sandwich at 6 in the morning. You can believe that. Why are they there? Here's why. Because Subway sells delicious coffee in the morning. And so again, they want a piece of that coffee empire. If you don't believe me, head over to Canada. You can see hockey legend Tim Horton, along with one of his good friends who was a police officer there, who recently sold Tim Hortons for $11.4 billion. You all, the coffee market is slamming. And of course, I call it $5. We all know it as Starbucks. Why? Because they made it socially acceptable for people to spend upwards of $5 or more for a cup of coffee. It's not just Starbucks, Caribou Coffee. You've got Peak House Coffee here locally. The bottom line is, you all, there's a lot of different coffee houses now that understand it's all about the coffee sales, okay? And so when I looked at Valentis, you all, I literally had to put my business cap on. I said, if I know that all these different places have captured the coffee market, and I think about if I were to stop 100 people and ask them the question, do you or anyone you know that would like to lose weight? You all, let me just tell you this. I'm going to tell you probably 100 out of 100 people would say yes. Why? Because people who are overweight want to lose weight. People who actually look great want to lose weight. And this is one of the first societies I've seen where even skinny people, they want to get skinnier. So the bottom line is, you all, I'm batting basically 1,000 when I ask people about this coffee. Why? Because people want to lose weight and people love coffee. And so when I looked at this, I said, man, this is a perfect marriage. And I thought about it from a business standpoint. I said, you know, this is something that I can get people in that I love. Why? Because this is not a hard sell. So you've got to be good at some of the other things out there, marketing, skin lotions and things of that sort. And nothing against that, but I wanted something very simple. And everybody knows people who love coffee. So when I look at what's in this coffee, you all, again, it's just not another cup of coffee. We're talking about no pesticides, no GMO, no chemicals, no preservatives, no artificial sweeteners, no sugar. You all, this is natural dark roast Arabica coffee. So it tastes very delicious, but it's instant coffee. Did you know that instant coffee sales, you all, have absolutely just quadrupled, or I can just say have basically turned in a gazillion amount of dollars at this point? Because why? People want things quickly. And so instant coffee market, the what are those things called where you the Cure cups, the Q cups is what I call them. But you know that little machine that you pour water into, and then you get that little round little coffee pack, and you stick it in the machine, you clamp it down, and there's your coffee in 2 minutes. Guys, actually not even 2 minutes. Let's call about 20 seconds. We live in a right now society. People want their stuff right now. You all, if I go to the microwave, I guarantee you my microwave in my house probably has 17 seconds on it. Why? Because when my kids make their Hot Pockets and it says clearly leave it in there for 2 minutes, my kids are impatient enough. They won't even let it. And so the fact that we have instant gratification type coffee, you all, that's big business. And me being a businessman, I like big business because I can make big money. Now, having the sports background that I have, you all, spending time in the National Football League, I know a little bit about some of these products, and I'm not going to go through all of them, but let me just tell you something. The L-carnitine green tea and Garcinia cambogia, that has been one of the biggest hot things that's all natural, that does a phenomenal job of really allowing the body to reach wholeness and be able to burn body fat. We start to talk about that tough area, that tire area, that what's the new one they call it, the muffin top. You all, here's my thing. You talk about that area right around that midsection, you all, this coffee does a great job of penetrating that particular area, helping you to reduce a lot of the fat around those areas, but more importantly, you all, helping you to reduce inches. I mentioned to all of you, since being on the coffee, here were some of the things I experienced. Increased in focus. I noticed that it did a great job in helping me with my mental alertness. We've got people saying, hey, since drinking the Slim Roast, I've noticed that it's elevated my mood. A lot of people talked about the fact that it burns fat. I can tell you all that it absolutely does that. Reduces sugar absorption, reduces sugar cravings, drastically diminishes appetite. You all, that was one of the biggest things for me. And I can just tell you this coffee does a phenomenal job of keeping you energized. But you don't have to take my word for it, ladies and gentlemen. You can look at these pictures right here. Why? Because documentation beats conversation. Check out my man right here. He's got his shirt off. He's feeling extra good and extra sexy today. He wants everybody to look at his midsection. You all, I got to give him kudos. I don't know his name, but he looks great. You can definitely see there that he's toned up a lot nicely. He's definitely right around those midsection and got rid of that beer belly. And man, that's just absolutely amazing. This young lady here in the yellow, you can tell she's just glowing. She's feeling great. Look at that shirt. You all, you can just look at the difference between what we call the muffin top versus her on the other side there. You all, how amazing is that? You can drink a cup of coffee and experience that type of success. Or you can look at my girl here, Miss Veronica Rogers, down 35 pounds drinking the Slim Roast. Matthew Leaf, down 55 pounds drinking the Slim Roast. Do you see the pattern here, you all? Slim Roast and weight loss. That is the combination and why people are winning. I love this one here. Start of 2015 all the way through December. This young lady was getting ready for her wedding. And let me just tell you, when you can put a smile on a young lady's face on the day when she's going to be the princess that she's always wanted to be, you all, that if I had just this picture alone, I'm telling you right now, this is all you need, because this here means so much. This is such an emotional connection, especially for the ladies out there, because they understand how important it is on that special day. So kudos to this young lady who I understand as of now is one of the top distributors in the company. You all came in as a coffee drinker and now left as a top leader. So excited about that. But we also entered into a couple other spaces, you all, and this is why I love this opportunity. The Immune Boost product that we have here, which is flooded with tons of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. Why did I say that? Because here's what's important, you all. Mineral deficiency is killing a lot of people. It's one of the biggest reasons that leads to obesity. It's one of the biggest reasons that lead to high cholesterol. So people tell me all the day, well, hey, Marcus, I actually eat pretty healthy. Newsflash, ladies and gentlemen, our soil in which the foods are harvested in, are grown in, are not flooded with nutritional content like it once was. So the problem is a lot of the salads, a lot of the fruits and things that we eat, you all, they're nutritionally bankrupt. So though you have the right habit of doing what you're doing, the problem is you're still not getting what you need on a daily basis. So the fact, again, you can take this product. We have the immune boost. Grab yourself a cup of water, pour that pack in there, stir it up, and you're going to be flooded with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants for the day. We also tapped into the energy space here. How many times have we walked into a 7-Eleven or supermarket? We've seen people standing there in line with the Red Bull cans or the Rockstar energy drinks or the Monster drinks, only then to see certain things out there. It's talking about the danger in the consumption habitually in those particular drinks. We have to be careful about that. I ran into a couple of guys who work construction, and they told me every day, they said, man, we drink 4 of these drinks every day along with 2 Snicker bars. And I was not a part of this company at the time, but I'm telling you the truth. I wish I had 2 sticks of this product with me, because I would have showed them how if they changed their energy drink, they could change their life. We are entering into that major space that does $1 gazillion every single year in the energy space. So we have tapped into that particular area. And then also, too, one of my favorite drinks, I actually have one here in front of me. Matter of fact, where did it go? That's the problem I deal with now, is my wife comes and snatches up all my stuff. Oh, yeah, she snatches up my energy drinks. Anyway, I was going to take me a nice, refreshing drink, but it's gone. But I actually like to dice up. That's probably why she takes it. So I had to take a picture of this. But what I actually do is I get a scoop of ice. I then dice up a couple of apples. I get like a little orange, and I like to squeeze a little bit of either lime or lemon, depending on which one I have here, and stir it up. And if I have strawberries, I'll dice up a couple of strawberries and put it in mine. And I fill it up with water, and I take a pack there. And sometimes I may take 2 packs. That's just how I do it. But I'm telling you, that keeps me satisfied. Literally, it's kind of worked like a replacement for me. This is my story, what I'm sharing with all of you. But let me just tell you, that Trim product teamed up with that Slim is a beast. It's absolutely amazing. So that's my story. That's why I'm so excited about what we actually are doing here within our company. But let me talk to you about the financial opportunity, because the bottom line is, people are looking for a better way to change their life. As you can look here, at the age of 65, this is what people are dealing with right now. You have to ask yourself the question, if you continue doing what you're doing right now, are you going to be part of these numbers as well? 90% of people, don't have hardly any money in their savings account after 3 months. 5 are destitute. 4 are going to tell you that they're financially okay. But 1% has what we call true financial independence, meaning if you looked at that person's financial portfolio, then you too would probably say, okay, yeah, they look like they're pretty good on paper. So what do? I ran into a young man the other day. I just exchanged information with him. I sent him information on Valentis, because here's the problem. This young man recently married, has a little baby, and said he's looking to make some extra money. And he said, I'm trying to find more work, but he said it's hard when I don't want to be away from my family all day. He says, I work already 12 hours a day. I don't need to find another job. I won't have no time in my family. So the whole work more hours and second job, and that ain't going to work for him. Go back to school and accumulate more debt, only to realize that you ain't making no more money, and you're trying to outpace inflation, which is absolutely impossible to do if you have what I call traditional thinking. And so what you're looking at here, I'm going to actually move forward past these slides, is I want people to start thinking beyond traditional thinking. Let's start thinking non-traditional thinking. Because let me just explain something to you. Every single day we show up at corporations where we work, and what happens is we're working for people who actually had a non-traditional thought process, but employ people who have a traditional thought process, meaning people who understand linear types of income. Did I say the right? Linear income type thinking, which basically means that you're used to exchanging time for money. Whatever time you work, then you get paid a certain amount of money, whether that be a salary, a decent salary. The bottom line is, after taxes hit it, and if you're like my family, your 4 kids hit it and your wife hit it, you are broke. And I don't know about you, but this young lady here has a smile on her face, and that's what it's all about. Is we are restoring people's own personal economy. Why? Because what we have here is absolutely life changing. I'm going to come back to this area here, but I want to skip forward to a couple of things here. And I actually may not come back to these. Those of you that know me, I like to speak from the heart. I don't have anything scripted, but I want to talk seriously to all of you. Let me just talk about this section here. Matter of fact, this is where I'm going to stay because I can bring everything else home for you. You all, this is what I want you all to understand is the timing of this company. We recognize the fact that coffee is big business, correct? Well, if you look here at where Valentis is right now, I don't have to convince any of you all that Starbucks is booming with coffee sales, or McCafe and McDonald's, they're booming with coffee sales. And I'm not saying here at Valentis we're trying to capture all of the coffee market. That's not what we're looking to do. You all, I'm not even saying we need to capture 5% of the coffee market. Do you realize that we don't even need to capture 1% of the coffee market? If we capture literally 0.5% of the coffee market, let me tell you something. If you had a slice of that pie, or literally you don't even need a slice, you can tell somebody to hand you the knife and you can lick the knife because there's plenty right there. That's basically what we're talking about, you all. There's so much money in this coffee market, it's ridiculous. Look at where you stand right now. Put your business cap on because I want you to see what's in front of you. February of 2015, the company did $80,000, okay? Fast forward 1 year, we closed out at $1 million. So 1 year later, we're doing $1 million a month. Look at March, 1.4 million, April, 2.1 million, May, $3.4 million, June, $4 million. Do you think that the coffee married with weight loss is actually starting to resonate and click in the minds of people out there? You darn right it is. And so here's my thing to all of you. Just like this window and this opportunity is wide open, it's going to close at some point. Well, let me not say that. It never closes. Opportunities always stay there, but you can only be the first time. I'm going to ask you this question. Would you rather be at the beginning of something before it got big and you end up having all that potential business underneath you? Or would you rather wait to jump in a 50-year-old company right now that's already has hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people already working the business and then you get in? Of course not. Because the worst thing you want people to do is you tell them, hey, I'm just got involved in a home-based business. And they say, oh, is it Valentis? That's not very fun. That's when you realize that opportunity is probably saturated. But if you tell people, look, I'm involved in an amazing gourmet coffee business. It's all done over the internet. I don't know if you've seen some of these pictures that are going viral, but people are drinking this weight loss coffee called Slim Rose. And it is bananas how well people are doing on it. You all, just that pitch alone, people are going to say, give me a box of that. How much does it cost? Send me your website. I got to see this. You all, that's how simple this business is. We're going to give you everything that you need to build your business. We pay you 7 different ways, you all. You can earn anywhere between $20 to $200 every single time you introduce someone to this business. Every time you move a box of coffee, you can earn as much as $25 or more per box of coffee as you get involved with this company. We pay you weekly, where we take a snapshot of all the actual coffee sales in your organization on what's called the pay side of your business, and we will pay you a whopping 20% of all the sales. So somebody said, well, wait a minute, Marcus, what if my company does, my internet coffee business does $100,000 in coffee sales? What would I earn? Well, class, 20% of $100,000 is, drum roll, it's $20,000, okay? So for those of you that are non-believers, we'll slice that in half. Maybe $10,000 makes more sense to you. If $10,000 is too much for you, then slice that in half, $5,000. So if you have a part-time business and you're earning $5,000 a month, would that be worth your time and interest? I don't even have to answer that because I know it is. How do you get started with this company, you all? It's a one-time investment of $20 to get you into this business, but you will need some inventory to have on hand. Here are the options for you. You can come in at 1 box and pay $60 for that 1 box of coffee and you're in business. Or you can say, what if I come in at a bigger pack so that I can get more product for my money? Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you see there, 3 boxes of coffee, you can get in at $130. Or you can go to where it says 6 boxes there for $200. Or my favorite pack, where you can definitely get 16 boxes of coffee for $500. If you do the math, that reduces your boxes all the way down to $32 per box. So, class, would you rather have coffee where you pay boxes for $32 or 1 box for $60? Now, I'm not telling people what to do, but I am telling you this. We're talking about coffee. Even if you don't have the money, borrow the money and get yourself the big pack so that you can have 16 boxes of coffee, because I'm telling you, don't tell people that you are in the business of weight loss coffee and then send them to those websites and they can see what happens. And then don't be that person that doesn't have coffee. That is so embarrassing. People are going to ask you, where can I get a box? Well, I only have this one little coffee pack. They're going to look at you like you're crazy because they want a box of coffee. So I tell people, you all have coffee on hand, because here's what really happens. If you send out a text message and telling people that you have weight loss coffee and you send them that little 4-minute video that we have, most people will sell out in what's called pre-orders. By the time your coffee packs get to you, or say your boxes get to you, they're already pre-sold. You can send out a text and tell people to come by the house and come grab their coffee. It's a done deal. We have exactly what people need over here in this amazing company with Valentis. I'm going to have you do this. Be sure to get connected to our group, ValentisDreamBuilders.com, our Facebook group as well. And I want to leave you with these thoughts here. This comes from one of the greatest wealth builders of our time. He says, whatever you like to do, make it a hobby. But whatever the world likes to do, make it your business. And I can tell you right now, I listen to what this guy says. Warren Buffett knows a few things. So on behalf of our team, we want to thank you so much, but you all, it's going to get even better, because we want you now to flash over to our live corporate call. You're not going to just hear from me anymore. You're going to hear from all of our top industry leaders and team members and business partners who have teamed up with us here. Don't take my word for it, but listen to some of the other stories out here from people who've never done anything like this before, who are winning, who came in here to make a couple $100 per month, but now are earning well over enough money to pay for their mortgages, their cars, and literally at a position where they could walk away from their full-time job. So that's the number. It's going to start here in about the next 2 minutes. Again, I had the privilege of being your presenter today. My name is Marcus Brigham. Thank you so much for teaming up with us here with Valentis. You all, thank you, and we'll see you very soon. God bless.